Hey guys, good morning. So today we're in the lobby. So we have a collaboration with criminal justice and cosmetology, and we have a crime scene here. And so she set up the crime scene, and we are going to be going over or reviewing different wounds. And so we have the different 6 tables that are set up, and each table has a basket, and the basket has contents of what the students will be needing. And here at the front I have my cart with all the supplies, and then the teacher table where I'm going to be doing the demo. She's going to be doing the theory, and then I'm going to be doing the hands-on. So right now we're just setting up, waiting for the computer to come. We'll talk about wardrobe later on. I'll catch you guys. Alright guys, so we're ready. We are set up. We have moved the table. The demo table is here. We've got our crime scene set up here, and then we have up here on the big screen. So I'm actually projecting from this camera here to my computer, which is connected, and now have a mic, and it's going to go up to here. I didn't connect it. And so we're just waiting for the students to get here, and as soon as the students get here, then we're going to go ahead and get started. Go ahead and pick anywhere on the table. Alright guys, I gotta go because students are coming. See you guys in a little bit.
Take the shape of whatever, hit it.
Hey guys, alright, so it's going good so far. We definitely did have a few things, that we learned for our first go around. And then there's Dr. Ryan.
Hi.
She's emptying the buckets. She had the buckets for trash cans. So what we're doing is we are waiting for our next group to come. And she has block students for her 2nd and 3rd period, and I have a new set of students coming in. So my kiddos will come in. I'm going to record the demo on this go around, and we're just going to, we started with the 2nd degree burn, a road rash, and some bruising, but we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go with our blister, just because time wise it's kind of just about what worked out for us. So we have our table set up here. And then we're going to go ahead and repeat the lesson one more time. And then we're going to repeat that 3 more times later this afternoon. So let's get to it.
Also, with some of the stuff if you like. Okay? So first I'm going to go over basically the science behind what happens to your body whenever you're getting wounds. Okay? This is why they look the way they say, but we still wanted to go over the bruising.
Okay. Are we ready to get started? Alright, so you already took your sponge and you cut it into 4. Okay. Take your sponge, cut it into 4. You have your cup of latex with the lid off. You have your brush if you choose to use it. And you've already preloaded. What? Oh no. What? What happened? There you go. Okay. Alright, so you've already preloaded, but my students don't know how to do this part, so I'm going to share this part really quick. You're going to take the syringe. This is the animal feeding syringe. You're going to pull the back off. You're going to load your Vaseline on the back end of the syringe, and then you reinsert the syringe, and it pushes the Vaseline to the front, okay? And then when you squeeze out, as you see here, it squeezes out. So my students, these syringes, you're able to get these like when you buy Tylenol for little kids, or you can get them at a pharmacy, okay? So these are already preloaded though. You've already done that part, so thank you. And let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start with the latex. Now I'm not gonna go through the explanation for my Cosmo kids. You guys worked with latex already, and then the CJ already had this lesson last class period. So just go through the motions, okay? All right, let's go ahead and take our pump. And we're going to pick up latex, and you're going to put the first film down, and you're creating the shape. Now you can add texture by again letting the latex dry a little bit and moving your finger over the top. We're going to let that dry a little bit, waving your hand over their palm. So go ahead and begin the application. CJ is going to be doing it on cosmetology. Yeah, CJ, you guys are gonna do it on them. CJ's doing it on Cosmo. Yep. Okay, we're gonna let that dry a little bit. Then we're gonna come in and do our second layer. And we wanna make sure that we cannot see the skin through the latex. On the edges, if you notice when you did your makeup job this last class period, it was very noticeable where the latex started and where it stopped. A layer of foundation will help blend that in. And if you have a nice even application of latex on the edges, that will also help diminish that line of demarcation. This is gonna be the part that's gonna take the longest to dry, so we're going to just let that dry. Now, CJ students, if you want, while this is drying, if you want to flip their palm over and do the road rash here, if you want to start that, you're more than welcome to. Lay latex down and then lay the coffee grounds down. If you rather not, that's okay as well. We're just waiting for this latex to dry. As it's drying, my students, if you just want to wave your hand, unless if they're doing the road rash on the back, then they're working on that. Remember that when you touch the latex, if it comes off on your finger, it's still wet. When you touch it and it does not come off, it's dry. We are waiting for it to dry so that way we can puncture the hole in the middle and insert the Vaseline. Dr. Ryan is coming around taking pictures, so make sure you look cute. Coming around taking pictures, so make sure they look cute. Now, latex, where can you buy latex? Latex, you can buy it on Amazon. Latex does come in these containers right here that you can get off from Amazon for about $8 or $9. You can buy a big old bucket, a gallon bucket of it. There are different brands, okay? If your model or client has allergies, you just want to make sure that they let you know. Instead of latex, you can use silicone. Okay, so that's another option. You can also, if you don't have latex, you can use Elmer's glue. It takes longer to dry and it doesn't work as well, but you are able to recreate the same look or the same technique with the Elmer's glue, okay? Now, color, and I'm gonna go through the color because my students have not heard this one yet or have used the color before. Maron is one of the makeup brands that professionals use. If you watch the YouTube videos, The Walking Dead, they've used this brand before. Okay, I've seen it on their little clip. So this is a bruise wheel. So the bruise wheel has the different colors, as Dr. Ryan said, the different stages of the bruise. So you are able to use these colors. You do have these colors on your tabletop that they're going to be doing the paint job with here in a little bit. And the coffee, guys, the coffee grounds, which I don't have up here, I threw my little piece away, but you have a little bit of coffee grounds, the coffee bean that's ground up. That is to create road rash, so like if you fall and you skid your knees, okay, you have the concrete scratches on your knees or the bottom of the palm of your hand when you kind of landed on it. You definitely want to just be aware. You can also use little bits and pieces of glass, grass, hay, dirt, actual dirt, concrete little pieces of rock. If you actually want to make it look more realistic, like you actually fell on the ground. So you can stick that onto the latex. But that is just to replicate that you fell and have road rash. Like a really bad motorcycle accident, right? Once it dries in the middle, you want to, and even if it's not dry, if you just tap the middle, you'll help it dry. but you want to peel or pick or create a hole in the middle. And if you, once you do it and you peel and you pull a little bit, you create a little pocket, a bubble. If it's not cutting, you can just cut a hole with your scissors. Now the latex will stick to itself if you don't powder it. So just cut a hole. Make sure you have a hole there. Once you have your hole, then you're welcome to go ahead and insert with your syringe. You're going to insert the syringe and you're going to squeeze. Now if the syringe is pretty much full, it's a little bit hard to actually squeeze, so you might want to help each other. And you want to go around the wound and you're squeezing the Vaseline inside the wound. Now, Vaseline is clear, but again, if you wanted to do like a pus, you want to add white and yellow to paint or pigment to your Vaseline. Let's say you don't have those paints and you have eyeshadow. If you have yellow and white eyeshadow, just take some, scrape some powder off of the eyeshadow palette and then mix it in with your Vaseline. Stir it really good and you get that pus color. You can also add that to your paint job as well. So you're gonna insert the Vaseline, turn your wound around, turn the opening of the hand around. As you're inserting, you're gonna see that the bubble of the blister is gonna grow. And you want it to grow. You want it to be a 3D effect. How much ever little or a lot of Vaseline you want to use is totally up to you. Okay. You want to make sure to keep the Vaseline inside of the wound. You don't want to let it exit the wound, the blister spot. Okay. At the end, when you're done inserting all of the Vaseline, just kind of take your finger and clean up the entrance of that hole. You're going to take a little bit of latex and you're going to cover that hole so that it blends in with the rest of the latex. And you can smooth over a little bit of latex, maybe on the edges if it kind of spewed out of the edges. The Vaseline and the latex are not friends and it does not stick. So you have to have a good little amount of latex on there. Always making sure to do a roly-poly with your finger like you have a wet booger so you can get that latex off of you. Once you insert your Vaseline and you have covered it with a little bit of latex and that latex dries, you can go ahead and place your sponges over your pigment, load your sponges with color, and do your color job, your paint job. We're going to come around and check out your work. Please do not forget to take any pictures. Hey guys, how is it going? Okay, so we're in the lobby and so it is 11:13 and I'm waiting for the lunch period to end. So fourth period is where we have all of our 4 lunches. And the students have gone out to lunch and will be coming back for 5th period at 12:05. So 5th period I have my freshmen, 5th, 6th, and 7th period I have freshmen. And they will be coming in and we will be having the same classes, the same lessons with the afternoon class. So Dr. Ryan has, I believe she said, freshmen in the afternoon. And so we'll do, so 5th and 6th period, I'll teach both classes, Cosmetology and Criminal Justice. I'll teach the lesson 2 for 5th and 6th period. For 5th period, for 6th period, I'll have the criminal justice students that had already listened to me 5th period, I'll have them perform the wound blister on my 6th period class. I will reteach it as well because my 6th period freshmen, they have not worked with the latex and stuff before, so I'll reteach it. But it'll be just a little different structure. And then my 7th period and her 7th period, they're both freshmen, so I'll reteach it then. We just kind of had to tweak a few things just simply because they have the block periods that she has and I have single periods, class periods, and so that's kind of how we had to do it. So we're in the lobby. They did went ahead and dim the lights, so I'm loving the light thing here. It's the moonlight is what he called it. I went ahead and unhooked my computer to the big screen up there. simply because I'm working on my grades. So with my grades, I want to share a little bit of that as well. So I'm going to cover the student name. So this is the grade book that I have, okay? So up here, how do I do this without showing the student names? Hang on, I got a sticky here. I'll do this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is my journal. So let me start from the beginning. This is a journal, and so here I have the tabs, first, second, third, fifth, sixth, seventh. So first period, so it's got the beginning of the school year here. And then I have the tab on the current 3 weeks. So up here, it's by 3 weeks. So here is a week, here's another week, and here's another week, okay? So Fridays are in these darker lines, those are Fridays. And then I went ahead and I've numbered my weeks. So for example, this is week 9 of the school year, this is week 10, and this is week 11. I'm in the lobby, so there's not a lot of people around. I still feel guilty, like I should not take it off. Okay, so this section here, it has, so we had staff development, right? So then here I write no school, no school. And then here we had PSAT testing, so that day we had school but no class. And then here we have, we did latex with cotton, latex with the flower. And then here we did a Poptober day where on Fridays in October we show the show, which we're watching Face Off. So the last 5 episodes of a season is what the students have been watching because there's 5 Fridays in the month. And so that was 1 week. And so I take attendance, and I'm gonna change it up some, but if they're here, I don't mark anything. If they're not here, I mark an A for absent or T for tardy. It just helps me, instead of having a bunch of scratch stuff all over the place, it just helps me pinpoint that one particular person, opposed to having everything filled out. Now I'm gonna change that and start marking them check marks if they're here, just to have something on there, just for better documentation per the inspector. And so, because he said, I know that, but the person looking at this doesn't know. It just looks like I didn't do anything, which I get it. So we're just gonna do little check marks. Okay, so then that's that week. And then if I take a grade on something, then I put the grade down here. So I have my attendance. So for example, this person was absent, so there's an A for absent, and I know it's blurry, that's okay. It's A for absent, and then, but they came in at reboot and they did that assignment, so then they got 100. So I marked a 100 here. If they would have not come in and done the assignment, then they would get a 0 for the day, because for the module sheets, because we're credit hours, each day it's 20 points. Right, so they don't get marked off because we didn't have school that day, so they don't get marked off for those 2 staff development days and one PSAT testing day. They only had 2 days in class, and so they get 20 points to that. So like, let's say the Poptober, right? The Poptober, they're just watching the episode of Face Off. If their phone is out, I deduct points off for them having their phone out. If it is that they're not paying attention, or maybe, you know, they're late, or some kind of professional type of situation, unprofessional situation, I go ahead and mark off from there. Okay, so that's how I grade that week. And then here I'll put their grade down. That's why I split that line there on Friday. So for example, this person was absent 4 days of the week. They were only here 1 of the days, and she did do that assignment, and so she only has a 20 for the week. So then this allows the students to see on their module sheet or their task card, when they go back and fill that in, it has to match. Okay, so where we get audited, it has to match. So I submit that task card or module sheet in Schoology. And I don't have one with me to show you what it's like, but I think you guys have seen them in the past. And so then, for example, last week, which is week 10 of the school year, because we have 37 weeks, everybody's kind of like, there's no one left here. The change of classes is gone. Okay, so has passed. So we did transfer foil on Monday with a spider web for my sophomores. Then we did the ink technique with a ghost, glitter with a mummy, and gold leaf. And actually I think we switched that, but it's okay. Gold leaf with moons and stars on Thursday, and then the Poptober on Friday, which I was absent on Friday, but then we had I was absent because we had fall leadership, and then the students had they could practice their nail art, and they had the sub, and I was watching the face-off episode. So if they are absent there, they get the -20 if they're tardy, or depending on how tardy they are. If they were able to do the task or assignment or not, they get points deducted. So I like the system better because it has my weeks up here. It has the dates, it has the assignments we did for the day. It has obviously the student information over here, their their name and ID. And then each day I can mark attendance and grades. So for example, you know, last week, the one that I took, the grade I took was the week as a whole. So I didn't take a grade assignment on one individual thing because they didn't turn something in. So then they get 100 for the week, 20 points a day. And the task for the day was the four nail art designs that we created. So if they were here, that means they did it, and then they can submit their 4 little nail tips. I wasn't here Friday, so I didn't get them to submit the nails, but that's what I would have done. And so then that is a double dip of a grade, okay? And if they weren't here for one of the days, then they didn't do one of the designs, so then they don't get that point. And then so same thing here, the bruise, blunt force, and burns on Monday, that's today. Tomorrow we're doing cuts, slices, and stabs. On Wednesday we're doing gunshot wounds, and Thursday we're doing a beehive look, which is still special effect makeup. And then we're gonna do Poptober, which is the last episode, the season finale of the Face Off chapter. So then we're going to be watching that on Friday. That ends the October activities. And then the following week, which I already have here ready, we start with press-ons with sophomores. But here we're going to do our Day of the Dead design, nail art designs. We're gonna put that here because then we're gonna have put our nail art and stuff on our altar. And then our freshmen start face painting, which that goes here on their page. So I have all my class periods here, and I keep this information in pink. So, and then I have my little pink pencil, and I put it here, and this is what I take attendance on. And if I ever need to take it home, I just take this home. I don't have to take like my attendance roster, and then my grade sheet, and then my grades, and then it's all right here. So then we're good to go. I keep looking at the screen, I know it's annoying, but it's all right here. Okay, so now that I'm gonna go and insert my grades, I'm gonna open up my grade book, and then I'm gonna look for the grade, and the date is here, and the name of the assignment, and I've already put it in, but I'm gonna go and I'm gonna transfer my grades over. Our district has already implemented Schoology to talk to Skyward, and you can do your assignments and grades on Skyward, our Schoology, and then just transfer the grades over. I don't do that. I'm not there yet, so maybe next year I'll start going back to that. I don't do a lot of the computer stuff. It's time consuming. I only have a solid 30 minutes to teach, and because of the way I run my class, it's heavily hands-on. To add the element of put a computer on your tabletop, log in, do this, do that, it takes up time, and time that I don't have, which is why I don't do a lot of the Schoology as far as a daily thing. We do use it, just not a daily thing, okay? I do have a whole curriculum in Schoology from last year, but another thing too is one of the teachers asked me yesterday, she sent a message, she was like, why don't you use, she's like, I was watching your videos, and you know, you're always running out of time, you're so stressed, like you have, you know, trying to redo your lessons all the time. She's like, why don't you just take the same stuff you did in the last year and just use it again this year? And I said, well, for one, I don't like to do the same thing twice. I mean, I'll repeat a lesson, but I like to change it up because I've learned new techniques, or I've learned last year I shouldn't have done something, or I should have done something. I need to do or don't do it this year. And then also too, you know, trends change, or the product is different, or maybe I used last year this color wheel and I couldn't get it this year and I used a different one, or a different technique or something of the sort. So I always change my lessons up. I don't want to be that teacher that like does the same thing over and over. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. me personally, I don't like to teach the same thing over and over again, because then I myself don't want to get in a rut like, oh, it's the same thing, whatever. So I want to keep myself on my toes, and I want to keep learning and growing and expanding my lessons and making them better each and every time. And I feel like if I repeat and I'm just like, oh, we're gonna do this lesson and it's the exact same, I don't feel like I'm giving it my all. That's just me personally, okay? That doesn't mean that it's right or wrong, or that's just my opinion. I got Vaseline on me. And so that's why I like to repeat my stuff. The other thing is that sometimes I have the same students. So like I have a 9th grader or a 10th grader that's in 9th and 10th. And if I repeat the same thing, and like that student gets the same thing, like it's not a lot, it may just be 1 or 2 students, but still that 1 or 2 students is important to me. And so I just want to change it up. And so then I like to recreate my stuff and not use the same as last year. And also a lot of times I record my videos of my demo, my lessons, but I don't always use that same video, because like I said, the technique might have changed, or I might say something different, or I might have learned something. Oh, well, looking back on that, you know what, that was wrong, I shouldn't have said that, or I taught it wrong, or you know, this is a better way, or this is a faster technique. And if I teach the same video, then I'm teaching the same mistake over and over. Not necessarily a mistake, but just the same technique, when now I know a better way. And so then I re-record my demo and then I post it, and then I'll just have a bunch of like how to polish the nail and how to diagram. It's just kind of the same. The diagramming on anatomy and physiology always, you know, are going to be the same, but it's just that type of, it's just different. It's just different. It just keeps me on my toes. It's fresh, and I like it. I really enjoy, and I enjoy what I do, so it didn't bother me. It just very time consuming. She's like, why don't you just teach the same thing? Use the Schoology from last year. And I said, yeah, well, that was virtual too. So then I talk to the students in class sometimes and they ask questions. And so the new students next year watching the video are like, who's she talking to? You know, or they might think like, wow, she's lazy. She's just like playing a recording and not teaching. So it just makes it more difficult. So if it's a really good demo that I made, like universal type, where I can teach it at any time, anywhere, then yeah, I'll use it like my braid workshop videos. But other things, I just want to make sure it's nice and fresh. So, all right, well, I just want to share with you guys my Gradebook and how I do that. And I'm going to hop off. We're about to have a class change. Kids will be walking back and forth because lunch is over for third lunch. And then I'm going to work on putting my grades in. See you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, okay, so outfit check really quick. So this is my Halloween costume. It is like a, what is it, like a onesie jumper suit, because I found it at Target and I thought, oh my gosh, this is perfect, because when I take Xavier trick-or-treating just to like the neighbor's houses or whatever, I don't want to be like paint and uncomfortable and like what I would usually do. And so I thought, okay, I need something easy. So when I saw this pajama set, I thought, oh my gosh, this is not only comfortable, but I can reuse it when I wear it like in the winter time. And it's not like a character, so it's like cute. And it's like a leopard. And so last night, because it's, we have our, what is it called? Character day / meme day today. And so I thought, this morning I thought, okay, well, what am I going to be? What am I going to wear? I had forgotten about it, didn't have enough time to plan for it. So I thought, okay, well, what I could do is I could Google a snow leopard meme, and then that'd be my dress up day. So I got to wear my cozy onesie for the day. And it was so hot. Oh my gosh, it was so hot. And to use the bathroom is kind of hard because it's like one of them onesie things that you're sitting on the toilet and you're just like, oh, okay. And then, so yeah, it's just, I haven't gone to the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom. My 5-minute bell already rang. My room is a mess because I was out on Friday. I came in early-ish today, but I had to go to the lobby. So much to do. I need to load some videos. Whoa. I need to load some videos for, to post for this week coming up. I'm like 2 weeks behind, and this is like a crazy busy week because we have that collaboration today, tomorrow. We had it today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, and then we have to start our Dia de los Muertos nail designs and our mannequin head, our styrofoam head design with the glamour skulls. And then we're going on Friday. It's the Junior Academy are going to haunt the halls, so we got to get those candies and treats for that. Got a fuzz on me somewhere. And then Fall Fest is on Friday, and we have like a bag of chips and a can of cheese and a whole big old jar of jalapenos. So whatever we have, I'm not gonna go buy stuff. Whatever we have, that is what we're giving out, and that's it. I'm not gonna this year. I always overdo it. I'm not gonna do it this year. Whatever the kids bring, that's all we got. And so it's for free anyway, so like we're not making anything off of it. So, and then my room is a mess because I was out for the sub, so I need to come in and clean that. So tomorrow morning I'm going to come in early. Do you ever do that and then you forget you have mascara on all the time? I'm gonna come in early to fix my room from Friday. I just washed my hands, so my hands are clean. Fix my room from Friday, and then I've got to put all the Skills USA stuff away because I just left it in the office in boxes. I ran out here on Friday. Put up the nail art stuff and get the nail art stuff ready for Thursday, because we're gonna work on that on Thursday. And I've got to decorate for Dia de los Muertos. So tired. But it is 3 o'clock on the dot. I've got to go get my little one, so I'm just gonna grab my bag and leave, and tomorrow's another day. And I'm not gonna worry about it because it's, oh my God, and y'all look at this pile right here, this stuff right here. Oh my gosh, don't make me go through that. So not even funny. But that'll be tomorrow. And so I just want to share you guys with you guys what the grade thing was, how that goes, and then today's lesson as well. I'll be posting that as well. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for sticking around with all the craziness, and we'll see you guys on the next one.